Hey everyone, Adam here. Welcome back to another video. In this one, we're going to be going over how to increase your Facebook ads ROAS. Basically the top 5 ways, in my opinion, plus a bonus one as well too. So last month for the clients that I work with, generating almost 1.5 million at a 4.17x. So over a 4x ROI basically with Facebook ads. So basically, I know a thing or two about increasing ROAS, so these are going to be my top 5 things, plus also a bonus one as well too. So without further ado, let's get into it. So for number 1 is going to be audience and use cases. So if we flick over to ChatGPT and I give you a real raw example of this, I think this is one of the best ways to really improve your return on ad spend. So I'll take a really good example here. So for this brand here, Folds that we work with, so they basically sell scrubs to primarily nurses and doctors as well too. And you would think that that's kind of the main audience that you'd really sell to. And basically they have a huge competitor in this space called Figs. And literally, if you ever go to any hospital, literally every single nurse has Figs. It's actually kind of crazy, to be honest. They literally just completely dominate the entire market. So rather than us going in there and try to compete against, nurses, doctors, nurses, surgeons, all that kind of stuff, it would be a much better strategy to actually go after other audiences, which we're actually going to be moving into very shortly. So you can see here for ChatGPT how to kind of work this. For this brand here, and you can plug in the website, what are 10 different audiences we can tailor a digital advertising to? And also, what are 10 use cases of the Scrubs product? Okay. So in terms of the 10 different audiences, obviously, we have doctors, nurses, surgeons. These are the most competitive ones. But then there's also some interesting ones. Medical students and residents. I don't know if this one is as good. The reason why is because their discretionary income, all that kind of stuff, isn't really going to be as high as someone who's actually already working and already earning income, if that makes sense. So I don't think that one is as strong, especially for Folds, which is more of a premium brand. If we were another competitor of ours, which is basically a company called Janu, where basically their entire market, their whole positioning is just being the cheapest and most affordable. So if that was the case, I would think that would actually be pretty smart for them to go for that. But yeah, for us, it doesn't really make as much sense. Veterinarian professionals, very interesting. Now, with this, we could basically get a vet person in either in a static or UGC video, kind of talking about going through the day, hanging out with pets and all that kind of stuff, and then literally just showing how the scrubs are perfect for them, all that sort of stuff. Dental hygienists and dentists. We've actually done this before with an ad and absolutely crushed. So it's one of those things where a dentist, it's kind of a little bit untapped, but of course they literally use scrubs. Hospital administrative and staff. Decent beauty and wellness industry workers, spa therapists, massage therapists, super smart. I really like that. Comfortability for them is super important. Like if you're a massage therapist, like you really want to be dressed comfortably because you're going to be kind of bent over. Like it's just, it's kind of an uncomfortable job. So if we can kind of frame it in a way for, the scrubs to be perfect for them, absolutely genius. Home healthcare providers, physical therapists and occupational therapists. Very interesting. They make a lot of money and it's kind of perfect. New parents in healthcare, environmentally conscious consumers. That one is more, I wouldn't really say is an audience, but kind of more of like a mindset in my opinion. And then you can also do 10 different use cases of the Scrubs product. Long shifts in the hospitals, okay? On the go healthcare professionals, pretty decent. Veterinarian clinics, dental offices, med school and residency, beauty and wellness centers, physical therapy sessions, travel nursing. I actually really like that one, to be honest. That one is actually kind of a very smart idea, and you can get kind of specific and call those people out. Maternity scrubs, eco-friendly workwear. So you can see with all these, and you can even play around with it, create a headline for a Facebook ad for each one of these audiences and use cases, and then it'll literally spit out a potential headline for each of them. And then you can really make the headlines more attention grabbing, and you can really play around with it a lot more. So hopefully that gives you kind of some ideas there. Where if you have a product, just think about and let AI and also the research just do the thinking for you in terms of that to really tailor it towards an audience that basically is less, might have higher disposable income, might be way less competitive than your competitors, and really just tailor all the creatives and copy towards them, which leads me to number 2 as creatives. Okay. Basically what you want to do is you want really good high quality creative diversity. Also, messaging, the research, really on point and really playing around with it. High quality video content might do best for the brand. Maybe UGC content does really well, or statics or carousel. So what you do want to do is you want to test out each of these. You can see on this one here. You can see this one here, just a high quality video that we kind of pieced together. We took this clip as a hook and then basically grabbed all these different shirts and kind of pieced it together really nicely with the brand site at the end. This one here, really nice piece of UGC content, calls out the audience, basically nice little split screen format, shows how to apply it, all that sort of stuff, call to action. This ad is crushing it. Travel proof hair, no matter where. I think it's actually like an 8X or something like that. And we're basically taking the idea of like having the perfect, hair care routine while you're traveling. So pretty smart. And this one here is I think it's like a 7X or something like that. Sometimes these white background carousels, I'm not even joking, just absolutely crush it. So it's something you do want to absolutely test out. And it's basically play around with these different use cases and different creative formats as well too. Number 3, offers. So offers is actually a really big one. So once you dial in your use cases and your audience and you start dialing in your creatives, you do want to start split testing offers. I'll show you an example here. This is an account that we work on, and basically for this main campaign, we hadn't even launched any offers on it just yet. And you can see here, basically for the month, of course, we kept testing new creatives that definitely had a part, but I think the bigger piece was really the offers, to be honest. You can see here, basically brought back a little over $7,100 with a 1.7X for this time period here in July. And then basically after, you can see here in AUG 1 to AUG 18, you can see here, we've now lowered the cost per acquisition because we basically started split testing offers and we launched the main one in this campaign and started replicating in all the ads essentially. You can see here, basically cost per acquisition has gone down. We've done way more revenue, 32,000 compared to 7,100. And the profitability is way higher. It's, about, 30-40% higher. So we're at above a 2.2 and they're spending more than before. So it's crazy. We're acquiring more customers because more people are clicking on the ads and they're way more interested in the offer and all that sort of stuff. So very smart, evergreen offer. This is also another recent test of the brand. So you can see the ones that we've done. We first started off with free gift, kind of bombed, 50% off, not really too good. And then free tea we launched, basically buy 2, get 1 free. You can see here, basically acquiring customers were way cheaper than these two and they're spending more. So it's literally double whammy. So basically what we did next is buy 3, get 1 free tea and get free shipping. So we kind of stacked it all together. So far it's only literally got one purchase, but $272. So, pretty decent start. So 4.98. We'll see if that one does better. And then what we can do is just roll it across all the other ads. Now, you might be wondering how to apply it to the ads. It's literally as simple as this. Like say for instance, you're running a rash guard offer. Just literally just putting the offer on there just like this. So you can see here, buy 2, get 1 free rash, and then basically have the code right there. So that's how you kind of test them out. And basically if you are testing out, you want to split it on the ad set level. I wouldn't do CPO or anything. I would do ad set budget and just set a certain budget for each one and only have 1 ad per one. That way it's the exact same creative, exact same audience. Everything's the same. The only thing that changes is the offer. And that way you can kind of isolate, basically to kind of see which one's the best. Now, here's an example of how to set it up on your site, collection page, PDP, banner, all of that sort of stuff. If you take a look at this brand right here, I'll even put this on, I'm not interested. I'll even put this on mobile so you can see what it looks like on mobile as well. So basically you can see here they have the buy 2, get 1 free. So that's basically their main offer that they're running. They say it's a limited time, but I'll tell you right now, it's not limited time. They've had this for a while. And you can see here, limited offer, buy 2, get 1 free, code gift. Very straight to the point, buy 2, get 1 free. And then basically when you click on the product page and then you scroll down, you'll see the offer right below the add to cart once again, below the trust badges, free shipping worldwide, all of that sort of stuff. So that's how to kind of apply it there. It's as simple as that. And then of course, all you have to do is create the gift coupon code on your site, and it's literally easy as. So that's number 3. Number 4 is landing pages. So a couple different ways. This one here I actually got from my friend Spencer Palu. Really like the idea of it. And it's basically the idea of having add to landing page congruence. So what do I mean by that? So if you can see here, basically with this ad, if you're struggling with dandruff, check this out. This was the hook. This is what I did to get rid of dandruff. Say they've got dandruff naturally. So it's literally just calling out people with dandruff. Now, rather than just sending them to a regular page, what we're doing is we're sending them to a landing page. And basically looks exactly like this. So say goodbye to dandruff naturally. Discover Latias Sagrada's holistic approach to scalp care. Shop now. But then basically, obviously, it has way more information as you scroll along. But that's basically what the above the fold section looks like. And we're literally calling out the problem of dandruff. So that way they're struggling with dandruff, and now they're being taken to a page that's all about dandruff, and then they're gonna be sent into a bundle that basically handles dandruff, frizz, all that kind of stuff. So that's one way. Another way too is to test out, other landing pages like blog, avatar, listicle style. So here's an example of a recent test we did for a listicle landing page. So you can see here, split testing it out, broad LP, basically the main listicle landing page, and then basically the collections. So you can see here, obviously not like too crazy amount of data, but decent amount where it's, we got 15 purchases in total. You can see here we have a $19 cost per acquisition with the exact same ad with a 6.49 compared to this one here. So now they actually spent more, but we're acquiring the customers for way, way cheaper essentially. And they're converting literally over triple, like almost 4x. So it's crazy. And so basically with this landing page here, here's a couple examples of what I mean by them. It's basically a listicle landing page where essentially what you do is you kind of have a main headline at the top, 5 reasons why thousands are switching from Starbucks to Tenzo. And then basically what you do is you kind of list out the reasons in a very visual and compelling way before they essentially get to, the product page, collection page, essentially. Here's another example from Miracle Made. I think they're doing over $1 million a month, doing really, really well. You can see here 6 reasons Canadians are switching to these NASA-inspired sheets. So one, they're calling out basically an audience, I guess, Canadians, I guess, if you will. Obviously, they're only running this in Canada. And to these NASA-inspired sheets. So really kind of builds a bit of curiosity, combining comfort with breathability and softness. And then they're basically, they're talking about the product and then they're linking it while they're going over it, and it sends you straight to the product page. So that way it kind of looks like a blog style. They mention it all throughout. And then at the end, if you want to get all the way to the bottom, they'll do that. So they'll link it throughout. And then they'll basically, have the call to action button at the bottom there. So that is another way to increase ROAS, and that's just proof right there that literally exact same ad, exact same audience, everything's the same. The only thing it changes is where we're sending it to, and you can see the difference in return ad spend. So that is another way to increase your return ad spend. Number 5 is focusing on your website conversion rate. Obviously, it makes sense. You want to make sure your website is dialed. So here's a client that we work with, and I'm just going to show you an example of, because this site converts at more than 4%. It didn't used to, but after we touched it all up, made it very, very good. So I just want to show you an example of here what a good site, if you're like, I have no idea how to make a site that converts or what should be included. Number 1 is the photos, and a nice little hack is you can actually edit photos and almost make a series of statics. And for this one here, created by 2 moms, we have like a call listicle here. We have a nice little review, and then nice little basic kind of core benefit here, 100% leak-proof protection, and then another call listicle talking about families there, and then we kind of show it on the bed, and then also someone laying on it as well. So that's very, very, very crucial. And then in terms of these, the selections, and then add to cart button needs to pop. We matched it with that color there. Icons down below. For this one here, you can kind of do broad brand ones, or you can also do benefits tailored towards the brand. I see both work. That would be more like if you wanted benefits, you'd have like 100% leak proof, basically doesn't move or shake, like things like that. So we decided to go with these, like, because they actually have a lot of customers, so we kind of want to leverage that. Plus, they also have free shipping. They just had we just felt like these would be stronger. Free shipping in North America, easy 30-day returns, 100,000. Like if I see that as a customer, I'm like, that's pretty strong. That's right below the add to cart button. Description matters a ton. So we kind of intro the product, talked about the unique selling points, and then also basically mention what it's perfect for. Bedwetting situation with kids, adults, or even pets. Okay. So we, did law of leadership, unique selling point, and then really what it's perfect for, essentially. All the benefits here, nicely bolded, nice like that. Specs, just kind of separated that out. Shipping and returns, kind of slotted that away, but this is something you don't want them having to leave the site to go find. So that's super important. Social proof, these are all articles they've been featured in, that we kind of placed all in there. Nice little 3 icon with benefits right there. How it works. It's kind of showing a visual of like what it's actually made of, the quality, all that kind of stuff, and then the reviews at the very bottom. So that's a really good example, if you will, of a really good website to kind of benchmark off of to kind of give yourself some context, if you will. And the bonus, drum roll please, is creator whitelisting. So this is something we've tested for years, and it's one of those things where it's like, if you literally grab the exact same ad and then you run it through the brand page or you run it through a creator page, literally pretty much every single time the creator page will be more profitable and generate you a higher return ad spend. So you can see an example here. This ad's absolutely crushing it. And it's basically from Liz, and basically kind of essentially creator whitelisted essentially. So we're whitelisting through there. Here's another one, Jessica, basically running the ad with Jessica in there, and basically it's one of those things where rather than running through the brand, we're actually doing it right through the creator. And you'll see all the big brands do this, and it absolutely works. And it's literally just pretty much a guaranteed way to increase your return on ad spend. So that about wraps it up. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Nice, right to the point, but it took a lot of time to put this all together here for you. So drop a like if you enjoyed it. And also drop any questions, thoughts, anything down below in the comments. I'll take a look at those. And let me know if you guys are struggling with or any video ideas that you want me to make as well too. But appreciate you watching all the way into the end. Really, really appreciate you. And I hope you have an amazing day. Cheers for watching. Take care.